Hi everyone, we're here at the gardens outside Castle Shirasagi. This is a great place to explore an interesting topic, namely, what exactly makes for a good unit in the latter stages of conquest. There are two standard ways to qualify as a good Fire Emblem unit. One is to have some special utility that can't be easily replicated. Think of dancers all across the series, or the rescue abilities of the early Flyer in the GBA games, or access to the warp spell in recent games like Shadows of Valentia and Three Houses. The second way is to have excellent combat potential, with high mobility, good 1-2 range weapons, and strong stats. You need all three of those features because of a basic fact about action economy in these games. Each of your units can only battle once on your turn, but during the enemy phase, you could theoretically fight an unlimited number of opponents. And those three criteria represent the primary constraints on that. It's certainly possible to build units along these lines in Fates. However, the stance mechanic changes the calculus. For one thing, dual strikes enable one-round kills without doubling, which means that if you have enough power, you don't need speed. And if you pair that power with high defenses, you can afford to use those dual strikes on enemy phase. It's easiest to do that early on, when damage modifying skills and tonics have the greatest impact relative to enemy stats, but you can keep it up if you introduce new tools like rallies. Attack stance also acts as a player phase force multiplier. A single unit who provides strong dual strikes can participate in 2 or 3 or 4 battles on player phase. That's just not possible in other Fire Emblem games. With attack stance on the table, the ideal player phase unit has 4 main features. Number 1, she has enough attack power to one-round a single opponent by herself every turn. This requires high speed plus a combination of raw strength or magic, weapon might, and damage skills. Number 2, she has very high mobility so that she can reach the enemies and set up in a position where others can use her dual strikes. This means you want not only flight, but also the option to attack from either 1 or 2 range depending on the situation. Number 3, she's accurate so that you can be sure her dual strikes will hit. And number 4, she rarely takes damage so that you don't have to spend time healing her each turn. Taking all these things into account, the best player phase class is Kinshi Knight, and specifically the version that promotes from Archer. Kinshi Knights may have low strength bases and caps, but Quick Draw and Bowfare grant 9 extra damage, Certain Blow and Air Superiority provide unparalleled accuracy, there's a melee range bow that still allows for follow-up attacks so they have full range control, they have access to weapons that are effective against flyers or beasts or monsters, and, obviously, they fly. Still, it's fair to ask how much these abilities matter. This late in the game, you can already have some truly incredible enemy phase sweepers. Hell, I'm bringing Super Ophelia. Right now, given CORRIN's parrot bonuses and her current skill loadout, Ophelia is 12 points shy of the kill threshold for Hinoka, the most resistant enemy there is outside of endgame. But I haven't given her a magic tonic or magic boosting meal. She doesn't have S-rank in tomes, which would make the Calamity Gate deal 3 more damage, and she's sitting 6 points below her current magic cap. Meanwhile, I have an arm scroll and 4 spirit dust sitting in the convoy. I don't even need rally magic. I could undeploy everyone but her and walk through this map with 0 thought if I wanted to. So why do I care about whatever Mozu and Effie can do? Well, Ophelia still can't solo everything, and this map can help you complete other builds before the gauntlet from Chapter 25 to Endgame, but only if you establish air superiority. Fortunately, my own Kinshi Knight duo is up to the task. It's time to make aces of them both.
I'm here to help.
I'm sending CORRIN and Ophelia to the west. The Oni chieftains and the Onmyoji together make that a tricky place to fight, but it's no sweat for a Vantage Sork. Meanwhile, the rest of my team sets up. Silas will be fighting the Onmyoji up above, and Mozu's going even farther north. She needs AZURA's help to get there.
It's my lucky day! Again!
How troubling.
Rallyman helps Silas and Mozu do their respective jobs on this upcoming enemy phase. On the north shore of this upper lake, there's a squadron of Falcon Knights. The 2 closest have Bolt Naginatas. Their attack range extends 2 spaces beyond the Kinshi Knight, which is perfect, because that means Mozu could shoot down the primary threat and then fight the Falcons on enemy phase. When she attacks from the south, the Onmyoji can't reach her either.
I'll protect you. Well, look at me.
It It is a crime to skip this next cutscene. Sorry, but I don't make the rules.
I spent my whole life looking for you. Finally, I found you.
Okay, seriously, if I were some peasant soldier in a medieval army and the enemy commander did that, I'd be terrified. Silas's goal is to pick up Shuriken Breaker before he goes back into Master Ninja. This map is always a good time to do that because there are so many flyers, but I'm giving Silas a head start here on turn 1. He's not an amazing mage killer, not as a bow knight anyway, but he does the job well enough. It helps that ELISE and CAMILLA are both adjacent. He takes 4 less damage per hit because of them, and their combined support bonuses give him perfect accuracy.
No surrender. Now we can breathe easy. I will fight as well. Too bad. That was too close.
Notice the 13% hit rates for these Falcon Knights. The AI refuses to attack with less than 10% listed hit, so the avoid penalty on Mozu's steel bow is actually helping her here. She's fast enough to double in spite of the penalty to follow-up speed, and its 11 might ensures that she'll kill even through double Aegis. A bronze bow +2 or iron +1 could do the same if it weren't for the fact that they'd give her too much avoid. Objectively, the correct decision here is to drop Aptitude for Amaterasu, but I am greedy as all hell, so I'll ditch Certain Blow instead. When Hinoka uses her Dragon Vein, flyers get half again their base movement, rounded down, so 4 points for all promoted flyers. Ground units take that same calculation, that is, half their base movement rounded down, as a penalty instead. That's a pretty severe restriction, but you can overcome a lot of it with careful use of the pair-up system. Arthur has 4 movement and not 3 because the Dragon Vein has no effect on his skill movement +1. The same is true for other movement bonuses, such as from pairing up or using boots. Rallyman has just boosted a bunch of people. Niles can add to that with his own rally, but I'm having him pull Silas to do it instead. The idea is that Silas can benefit from AZURA's passive healing. That would matter more if Silas hadn't just dodged everything. Mozu continues the offensive over the northern lake. This time there are 2 Kinshi Knights to deal with, so she needs backup.
Did I get stronger?
Keep in mind that this last Falcon Knight also has Aegis, so if Mozu keeps using the mini-bow, she might fail to kill. CAMILLA kills 2 birds with 1 stone.
I won't let you die. Me too. You're so cute. Oh?
CAMILLA is within Azama's Hexing Rod range. That's what ELISE is for. He has Miracle, but because ELISE doubles him, it shouldn't matter. She'll kill an enemy phase if she doesn't now.
No surrender. Yes, I'll walk into the light.
In the south, Effie takes command. Dwyer and Sophie will follow her lead.
Time to say goodbye. Oh no, I'm hungry. I'm here to help.
Don't die.
We can do this together. You asked for it.
I knew you could do it.
Will you be my squire?
I hate doing it. Over here.
Thanks.
With the pair-up system, if you ever need a unit to get somewhere, there's usually a way to make that happen. But raw movement is still very important. Percy can carry Arthur all the way past the watermill, but only because he's a flyer with 9 movement. Now, in a lot of these cases, you have to decide between leaving the mounted unit in the lead for better movement next turn, or switching to infantry for superior combat stats. But in a suitable situation, you can get the best of both worlds with attack stance. Part of the power of movement is that you can reach these special positions. For Percy and Arthur in particular, the major benefit of attack stance is that they can use each other's auras. Arthur has negative 10 dodge as a Berserker, but Percy's Fortunate Son skill erases his luck deficit. Arthur's own crit aura from Misfortunate doesn't work when they're both using hand axes, but he also gives 20 hit when supporting an attack stance, and that's pretty nice.
I will fight as well.
Yay!
Show me what you've got! Leave it to me!
There's one more Falcon Knight in the area, but she reads 0 damage on Percy.
Stand back, citizen!
Thank you, sidekick!
Right next to you. You need a spanking. You saved me.
I will eventually have CORRIN attack Hinoka, and for that I wanted to have a little more HP.
I'll protect you.
The other part of the ground team has an opportunity. One Onmyoji is closer than all the others, so I can have Silas fight him one-on-one. Well, okay, actually 2-on-1.
Let's go.
I'm not about to use this Dragon Vein, so it's okay to cover it up.
It's all right.
On a typical playthrough, you can usually afford one physical Brave weapon after Chapter 20. I recommend either the Brave Axe or the Crescent Bow. The former is better against really tough enemies like Stoneborn and Generals, but the latter is more accurate and has the advantage of range, which means you can set up for dual strikes more readily. It's not easy to reach A rank in bows naturally, but if someone gets started early, provides a good number of dual strikes, and takes advantage of all their enemy phase opportunities on chapters 11, 12, 14, 16, 17, and 20, they can get it done. Other options for Braves tend to be worse. The Lance is okay, but the people who start with good Lance ranks usually can't go into Falcon Knight and fly with it. In the case of the Brave Sword, there's zero possibility of flight, and that's a real drag. And the Soldier's Knife is just not worthwhile. The dual strikes are pathetic, and any ninja worth his salt has better things to invest in. Effie and her 2 lieutenants will await new targets on the southwestern shore. Their positions reflect where I want them to be in a few turns. They'll all go due north to meet another wave of reinforcements past the water wheel. But the arrangement I chose has a weakness, which I'll get to in a minute. I want to clear out these Oni chieftains, but I also want to keep Percy away from the Onmyoji. The most consistent approach is to have Percy kill the adjacent chieftain, and then to have Arthur move in and defeat the next one using the duel club.
I won't let you down!
It's okay that Arthur won't be able to counter the Mage. He'll face a 2% crit, but he has double A-rank weapon triangle advantage.
Justice reigns!
So, didn't anyone tell Silas that dodge tanking isn't a thing in Fates? I came prepared, gave him vulneraries and everything, and he hasn't even been hit.
Ready for action!
I am trying to complete other builds, but there's a time and a place when you bring in the big guns, and this is it. I don't want to deal with Setsuna at all, so I'm going to have Ophelia obliterate her entire company.
Here we go.
Evil shall not
I'm here
prevail!
to help!
Niles moves away to make room for Silas. He's still in a position that Rallyman can cover.
In like the night.
We can do this together.
Not
Camilla has a shiny new rally of her own. Might as well use it.
It's alright.
Camilla's personal skill makes this a 3-hit kill, so Mozu is very likely to succeed.
Did I get stronger? I'll do my best.
I see them. That was close. Too bad.
That was
What's great about the Amaterasu skill is that it helps you maintain momentum. Elise saw some enemy phase combat on turn 2, then flew over to join Mozu for a turn, and now she's back in the fray. But this time still within healing range. So in 2 turns, Mozu will have given Elise 16 HP without spending any actions whatsoever.
Don't die.
I mentioned before that this formation has a flaw. The issue is that I'm relying on either Dwyer or Sophie to land one hit despite air superiority. Once they do, Effie can dual strike for the kill. Instead, I should have put Effie to Dwyer's right at the end of last turn. Then Dwyer could start by attacking with Effie's dual strike. Effie would then move to Sophie's left and shoot down the left-hand Kinshi Knight by herself. And finally, Sophie could use Effie's dual strike again to secure the second kill. Everyone would end up at the exact same places, but there would be no chance of failure.
I won't mess up this time.
Well fought. Am I too strong?
I can help.
That's right.
At the rate she's going, Ophelia might get natural S rank in tomes.
defense. That was close. Too bad.
Not bad! Not bad!
I see them. I won't allow it.
Woo!
Hinoka has started the flyer party again, and that's fine by me. I can exploit that by moving my own Air Force first, and only then activating the Dragon Vein myself. I want the army to rush down the Falcon Knights to the northwest. Effie's squadron can guard my flank by cutting off the Onmyoji at the watermill first.
Here I go.
The Crescent Bow is one of the weapons that halves your strength after use. You can see right here, halved -11. But what a lot of players don't realize is that this effect always clears after the unit's next attack. If they attempt a dual strike, if they use any other weapon, even if they use the exact same weapon that caused the condition in the first place, the debuff doesn't stack or reapply, it toggles. Notably, the melee S-rank weapons have this exact same effect. They're underrated. Their huge might makes up for most of the strength loss, so that they end up alternating between extreme and iron level damage. And the debuff applies to raw stats only, not to weapon triangle effects, pair-up bonuses, damage skills, auras, tonics, meals, or rallies.
Shall we kill them?
This set of Falcon Knights also has Aegis, hence the switch to the Beast Killer.
It's alright. What are you looking at?
You're so cute. Uh-oh.
Let's do this.
ELISE has the choice to use either the Bolt Axe or a Tome here. Fire will perform worse against the Falcon Knights, but it always kills the Oni Chieftain, whereas the Bolt Axe can miss. And if it misses, then ELISE will take 2 hits on enemy phase rather than just 1.
No surrender.
Not bad! Not bad!
Effie and company will kill 2 of the Onmyoji and block the 3rd. Honestly, this maneuver is just me showing off. If I didn't have extensive foreknowledge, I would still have my basic plan. First, try to get Effie to a good position and use her attack stance, and if that weren't enough, throw Ophelia at the problem.
When does it get easy? All right!
Let's do this.
Effie kills the 2nd Onmyoji. She and Sophie both have javelins, so they'll be able to counter the final Sage.
Nice work! We can take these goons!
One of the perks of Life and Death sorcerers is that they provide magnificent dual strikes, so they not only clear out huge groups of enemies, but also help feed kills to anyone who's catching up afterward.
Destiny placed me here. Leave some for me!
I was gonna do that!
All my flyers have moved, so it's time to tip the scales.
In like the night.
There are 4 targets near Percy, and I have 5 units available, so I can afford to spend 1 action on rallies.
We can do this.
This should be quick.
The main reason to bring Niles is that he can capture 1 or 2 past Falcon Knights. The best targets for him are the ones with Bolt Naginatas, because they have 20 less avoid. He's using a silver bow for this. People will tell you otherwise, but silvers are good weapons. Compared to steel, they have huge might, better accuracy, and no follow-up speed penalty. The problem is that they're too expensive for what they do. For one thing, steel plus 1 is the same price on paper and is only a little weaker, but you get a good number of free steels to forge, especially for lances and axes. There are no free silvers in Conquest. The other issue is that efficient class changing can get you more power at a lower price. Siegbert and Percy are Malignites right now. The Detour for Trample gives them more attack than the silver upgrade at half the cost. Skills aren't transferable between characters, but B-rank weapons really aren't either, because only a few characters will have the weapon level needed to wield them. So the one silver weapon I would consider buying is the bow. As we're seeing here, it helps Niles pull off late game captures without much training. More generally, the value proposition is a lot better, because no one hands you a steel bow either. And of course, as a ranged weapon with 15 might, the silver bow is a fantastic dual strike tool in the hands of someone like Mozu or Effie.
Such heroism! Careful out there!
I could try for extra experience with a dual strike kill, but it's better not to risk it.
Let us join our strength! It's over!
Like Percy, Silas has now gotten what he came for. He'll want to move on from Bow Knight as soon as he gets a chance.
You can do this. That was close. Too bad. I believe it.
Yay!
Right next to you.
You reap what you sow.
This isn't my job.
Well, what?
Alright, we've got another 14 flyers to take care of. At this stage, I'm thinking about what else I want to achieve before this map is over. Silas and Percy got the skills they were looking for, but Siegbert's not there yet, and it would be nice if Dwyer got trampled too.
Evil shall not prevail!
First priority is still to take down the immediate threats, of course, but I'm always processing these ideas in the
Lucky
background.
day. Again, I'm here to help.
Over by the mill, I want to use Effie's bow against all 3 falcons.
Strength is everything.
Need some help?
I'll crush them. Oh! Try me on for size.
Impressive.
Stay strong.
Be careful. Let me at him.
Thanks.
By the way, fun fact, if the spawn area is partially blocked, one of the Onmyoji reinforcements can appear in that one open space south of the building. He's stuck there, and there's no way to attack him unless you get spies weapons with visitor points or DLC.
Be careful.
Good.
One reason you might not want to use pure pair-up bots is that when your guard stance support is a strong unit in his own right, the pair's HP pool is effectively doubled.
take care of this.
I'll protect you. Me too.
Thank you.
With only 2 flyers against 4 Kinshi Knights, you always have to be mindful of attack ranges.
Can we do this?
Zero crit means guaranteed dual strike experience. Brass Naginata for top tier?
Right next to you.
You need a spanking. You're strong.
Let us join our strength.
Speaking of dual strike experience, I can help Ophelia on her quest for S-tomes.
The chosen heroine arrives. Leave some for me.
Thank you, sidekick.
Ready for action!
Yeah, Percy's ready for action, specifically Berserker action. Berserkers have many uses in the last 4 chapters of Conquest. One that I find really impressive is that, with the right setup, they can one-round the wary fighter generals in chapter 26 on enemy phase.
We won't lose.
Let's give them hell.
Justice never loses!
Together we shall prevail.
It's 4 on 3 now, so I can risk a miss from Percy.
Let's take him out! Don't forget me!
Thank you.
My foes should fear me.
Justice never loses!
Ophelia Dusk is with you.
Ophelia can erase the Falcon Knights of Void and pursue more weapon experience at the same time.
This...
Let's make this fun.
With Heartseeker in effect, Niles goes for another capture. This lady doesn't have pass, but you don't need 2 of those.
Champions of Justice!
My foes should fear me.
Neato!
We'll be okay, right? Let me help.
I can help.
There's a second trample. Can I get one more?
We'll be okay.
I won, Father.
If I can kill all 6 generic flyers on this turn, then Hinoka won't use the Dragon Bane anymore. This Kinshi Knight is pretty far away, but I can probably get to her. I just need a unit capable of one-rounding at both ranges on enemy phase. Now, what kind of unit can do that? Okay, it's Silas. He can stay in Bow Knight just long enough to get over there and then change classes once he arrives. But right now, he's 17 spaces away. Even with AZURA's help, he can't quite reach.
Please, accept my help.
Good thing Sophie's here to give Dad a hand.
How will we do this?
Also, can't leave home without your rallies.
Trust me.
We can do this together.
Now Silas has 37 speed, which doubles even the Falcon Knights. They have Darting Blow, but in this game it only affects the user's ability to follow up. It doesn't change the opponent's doubling threshold. It's possible for 2 units to double each other in Fates.
This could be trouble. I'll play with you. Poor thing.
Let me help you. That went well.
After 7 turns, Mozu's final score is 13 confirmed kills and 2 assists. I've committed AZURA and Rallyman to the south, but I still want their help against Hinoka. I can bring them across the map by putting some flyers in position to carry them.
Don't die.
Strength is everything.
I'll peel back the curtain a little and tell you that this was completely improvised. I meant to rally for Silas before he went down to the bridge, but I just forgot. Now I'm looking ahead. I want to figure out where Effie and Dwyer can go. Everyone else should huddle around Dwyer's destination because that's where Rallyman will be. I also need to transfer Dwyer and AZURA to appropriate partners.
Show me what you've got! I won't let you down!
Ready for action!
Ready?
My hope is that Dwyer will be able to level up by defeating Hinoka. CORRIN can improve Dwyer's prospects if he hits Hinoka with Draconic Hex. The Calamity Gate would make that safer.
Oh, please.
Silas may not have been the greatest dad, what with the whole time bubble thing, but he's really doing his best to set a good example now.
How will we do this?
That was too close.
Good luck. Close call.
It's over.
Will you be my squire?
I'll make this quick. Fall so that others may live. Now we can breathe easy.
How troubling.
Stay strong.
I can do this.
I guess I'll help.
All the packages have been delivered, so I'm almost ready to hit the Dragon Vein one last time.
Aw, yeah! Uh-oh. What now? Hey! Don't forget about me!
But first, ELISE applies Heartseeker.
Not to worry.
I can help.
I believe in you.
I see the enemy.
Yeah.
How could this be?
Big sister.
The scary thing about Hinoka is Luna. She has a chance to do about 15 extra damage. Soul's not as big a problem because I can mitigate that to an extent with Savage Blow. The plan is for Dwyer to attack twice and win. If he fails, I have Ophelia to bail me out.
Let's do this together.
Ready for action! You're lucky I'm here!
The miss is disappointing, but Dwyer's own Savage Blow takes Hinoka down a peg.
Celestial blessings.
It's team-up time!
Don't die.
Mom's song helps Dwyer double. His second hit will get blocked if he misses the first, but at least Hinoka won't have a full guard gauge afterward.
Let's take him out!
I refuse to accept this.
so close. You would have done it if you hadn't missed, Dwyer.
Oh, that look.
Ophelia Dusk is with
Ophelia sees a comfortable kill.
I will fight as well. We have got this.
So does Siegbert, although he survives with 1 HP, so maybe comfortable isn't the right word.
Celestial blessings.
I'll stick with the sure thing. Across these 8 turns, my Kinshi Knights dominated the skies. With such complete map control, I was able to finish all my preparations for the endgame sequence. If you learned anything from this demo, or if you have a question, please let me know in the comments, and subscribe to see even more. Until next time.